I'm sorry. I was waiting for you to give me the okay. I'm sorry. I know you was fixing something. All right. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Friday morning. Get your tail up. All right. I'm finna have a Mike Burrell moment. Come on, y'all get up out of your seat and sing. I said, get up on your feet. Dude, when I tell you, that dude in the front row and got up, I got super weak. He put his hands up. Well, let me get up. Dude, hilarious. Then somebody made a picture of him with a gun in his hand. Dude, hilarious. I love the fact that he's not upset. You know what I'm saying? He took it because, dude, it's funny. And I'm sure he probably didn't mean it like that. You know what I'm saying? Flat out. But, dude, it's hilarious. I listen to that almost every day. When I need a good laugh, man, that dude got up. Come on, y'all sitting looking at me for. Come on, get on your feet. I said, get up on your feet. I got Jesus. And it doesn't help. He had a whole do-rag in the back of his pants pocket. So it's like, listen, if I get back there, if I get up, he's straight. Went gangster on the whole church, man.
Completely
hilarious. That went very viral. So yeah, if you have not seen that, go get your laugh on. It's okay to laugh, man. Laugh, enjoy life. Some people are like, man, that don't make no sense. You ain't gonna scream me like that, man. Laugh. We all laughing about it.
Right.
It's all laughs. Some of y'all are just too deep. You're drowning, and we're gonna send you a couple of life jackets with a prayer shawl because you're gonna need both. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all, I don't know. I guess it's just people that just take moments and just lurk on people's page just so they can be all deep and stuff, man, and just go against the grain for whatever reason. You could be like, it's a good day outside. See, the God is calling you to prayer. What? What are you? Why you so mean, man? Laugh, man. With so much stuff going on, and you know, with all the stuff going on in the White House, and people being separated from their family, and you know, these senseless shootings, and man, come on, laugh and enjoy, and thank God that you still here, you still alive, man. God is so good. I'm not, listen, if you can't laugh, we can't be friends. I'm sorry. I got to hang around people who's going to have some positive energy. And I'm telling you, God is one of the main things.
We can't be friends. That's a good song, man. If you can't laugh.
Is that a real song?
We can't be friends. It's a real song. Now I'm making it up.
I was like, who wrote that?
Look for my new single. If you can't laugh, we can't be friends.
Right. Now listen, I'm going to buy it because once he get done with that, it's going to be banging. I'm at to ask myself to get on that. I'm at to send you a note. And see, like, yeah, let me get in on that single. We can't laugh, can't be friends. And then we gonna add it there. Hallelujah. Today's my laugh day. Thank you, Jesus. And I'm telling you, man, God is so good. God is so good. So you ever hear God be so good? You be like, oh my God. I'm telling you. That's our first song coming up by Curtis Glenn. Oh my God. I love this song, man. I heard this song at Dewan Bingham's farewell musical. When they sung this, I almost kicked over like 7 chairs. Because just listen to the words. Mike Lampkin Morning Show. Oh my God, Curtis Glenn.
Oh my God. Oh my Jesus, you stepped in. Right when I was broken. Oh my God. Oh my Savior, you stepped in right when I needed you. Jesus. You stepped in. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Right when I was see, I almost lost my joy. I almost lost my mind. I almost lost it all. That's when you stepped in. Yeah. Stepped in. Stepped in. You stepped in. You stepped in. Yeah. Stepped in. Stepped in. Oh, that's when you stepped in. Oh my God. Oh my Jesus. You stepped right when I was broken. Yeah. Oh my Jesus. You stepped right when I almost lost my joy. Almost lost my mind. Yeah. Almost lost it all. God, I'm still here. When I called you, yeah, you were there for me. Lord, you stepped in. Lord, you stepped in. When I called out your name, you gave an answer. It's by the grace of God, I'm still here. Because of you.
That's my testimony. God stepped in. Mike Lampkin Morning Show. I'm here. Pray for my co-hosts. We got to our first year anniversary and they just being non-compliant to the fact that they have to show up. That's the whole point of me having them on the flyer. Co-host. Now, if I was going to do it, I guess it is Mike Lampkin Morning Show. Literally. It's Mike here too because Amber's out. She was caught with drugs, so they locked her up.
The views expressed in this program are not necessarily the
2
views
tons of
a
a leaf in the back of her trunk. She was. They caught her putting it into the mashed potatoes, so they locked her up. No, I'll just play. See, that's how you tear up people's business. No, I'll just play. Amber's up under the weather, so we praying her strength. Get well, Amber. You work so hard, so that's probably why your immune system is down, but that's because you didn't have any clothes on for the summertime. So when I tell you, God, listen, God says, vengeance is mine, says the Lord. Everybody shine.
Man, so, you sick too?
Nah, I'm good.
What you got?
I got Jesus.
Nah, you got something.
I got Jesus. Get on your feet.
In my...
Yeah, I got Jesus, Doc. I'm telling you, I'm good. I ain't sick. God is on my side. Hey. And God is on your side too. I'm telling you he is. And I'm going to tell you how much he's on your side when you get back from our commercial. How about what is that? I'm telling you, this is going to bless your life. I want you to hear one of the maddest singers in the universe. I'm talking about she got mad like from she went from 0 to 100 super quick. Check it out when we get back. And then we gonna me and two gonna get us a freeze pop. Iceman. Bomb pop truck, as we say. It's here, so we'll get us a icy or whatever. We'll be back. Michael Lampkin Morning Show.
This is Jay Grant Artistry, and my new single, I'm Coming Home.
I'm coming home. To see the intentionality of God's love for me.
I'm Coming Home. It's available now at metoomusic.com/the source. And at jgrantartistry.com. Go get it now.
I'm coming home to the one who knows I shouldn't be.
Good morning, St. Louis. This is James Ross of J. Ross TV saying good morning to the Mike Lampkin Show. Mike, Amber, and Marcus, y'all. Check them out.
It's the Mike Lampkin Morning Show. Mike Lampkin Morning Show.
Jay Ross, man, where you at, man? Out here recording all of the events, man. Jay Ross be getting into them doors, man. I'm telling you. If it's two people I know is going to get to a concert, it's Jay Ross and Brandon Williams. I don't know. I know how Jay Ross gets in. I don't know how Brandon gets in. And
Jay Ross got credentials.
Right, Jay Ross got credentials.
Did you see his piece on Channel 5?
Got a theft ministry.
The views expressed in this program are not necessarily the views.
Did you see Jay Ross's piece on Channel 5 with Art Holiday?
No.
Ah, it was on there, last week, 2 weeks ago? They did a whole piece on him.
I've been in the cave like David, man. I don't know.
Man, it was good. It's real good.
Is it on YouTube, on his page?
You get on his page, yeah.
All right, cool.
On his Facebook.
Go check it out, him and Art Holiday. So, yeah. But I prayed for Art Holiday before they went out there.
Before they went out where?
To do that show. So, that's that, man. God bless you.
This dude here.
See, like, the Lord was giving me, like, songs.
Father, when I get all the applause.
Out of Palms. Just been reading Palms, man. And that is so petty. That's messy.
Getting word songs out of Palms.
You know, Palms would have been blessed with all that he went through. You know, it just, two know what I'm talking about. That is so petty.
What is that?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Now we moving on.
Listen, Palms is a man, obviously. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you who I'm talking about. After this, what is that? Listen, this is how you sing a song. You go from 0 to 100 like super quick. Listen to this lady, man. It's crazy.
Oh, yes, he's a mighty
Quick.
God.
What happened? That's not all
For me.
Yeah, play that again.
Hold on, but can anybody tell me what song is this? Like, watch it. Here she go.
Oh, yes, he's a mighty God. That's not all he's done for me.
But
That's not all.
You got to hear it one more time. You know why? You know what's funny? Listen to the background. People are having full conversations while she up singing. Listen.
Hold on.
Oh, yes, he's a mighty God. That's not all.
They're having full
For
conversation.
me.
That's when you know you're just trash. Because if the people are talking while you sing it, just sit down.
I didn't say that.
Throw the whole song away. Mike Lampkin said it. Listen, throw the whole song away. Get the same lyrics to that song and throw both of them away. Like that was going to change something. That's not all he's done for me. For all of my movie lovers, let me tell you something. Ocean 8 is where you need to be. Ocean 8 is a great movie.
I saw it yesterday.
Yeah, did you like it?
I saw it Tuesday. I fell asleep on
I
it.
saw it Monday, dude. Oh, you must have been tired. It's a great movie.
My wife decided to go take the kids to see two movies at the same time. So we saw Incredibles.
Oh, no.
Left Incredibles and then went and saw Ocean's 8 in the next theater over.
Yeah, you was
We
there.
paid, though. Well, you know, nowadays you got to pay because the seats are reserved. You know, you can't just go in there and just sit down now.
Shoot. Let that movie go on for 10 minutes. Ain't nobody else come in there. You can go in there and sit down. Trust me, I do it all the
But
time.
yeah, we saw it.
I ain't
I saw
paid
the
for
first
it.
20 minutes. And
I ain't
was
paid
out.
for a movie in 10 years. The Lord has given me a still in ministry. No, I'm
The
just
views
joking.
expressed in this program are not necessarily the views of Me Too Music.
We're seated in heavenly places, so just go in there and sit down. Oh, man. But no, it's a very good movie. Ocean 8 is a very good movie. Superfly, I have no idea about it, so I'm about to consecrate myself before I go see that. So that's that.
So my cousin told me it was pretty good. I'm shocked.
Okay.
I can't see that being pretty good.
My.
You can tell I got a bunch of kids. Incredibles was good. It was funny.
Was it?
Even though I fell asleep on that too, but what I saw was good.
You just weary and well doing.
I was tired, man.
Dude is down. We lost 2 at the opening credits. He was asleep.
Hey, but for those of y'all hey, whoever got kids, you're going to see Incredibles. Best scene ever in movies is when little Jack the baby got a fight with the raccoon. It's the funniest thing you ever seen in your life, man.
Are you serious?
It's hilarious.
Oh man, I think I'm gonna see if my brother took my nephews. If they haven't, if he haven't, I'm not gonna take them either. Psych! Already gave y'all some money, man. Let me ask you a quick. When did these kids start? When did they up their I guess they salary?
Cost of living has gone up. What you talking about?
Yeah, but I was like, I'm like, yeah, I need some money. Yeah, let me get $100.
Remember when people used to ask for $1? Like kids ask for $1. Can I get $1?
Yeah, but my nephew was like, yeah, give me $100, Uncle Mike. I was like, what do I need $100 for? So I gave him 20, but I was like, nah.
You gave him $20.
I gave each one of them $20. I sold a seed into their life.
Dude, if I got $20 as a kid, boy, that lasted
Couldn't tell me nothing.
2 months.
Dude, I remember back in the day when
it was penny candy.
We used to go to Unity Chapel and Bishop
200 pieces of penny candy.
I never get Bishop Ronald Irvin for my birthday. He gave me $20. You could have.
Did I say 200 pieces? I cannot count. That's 2,000 pieces.
I know what you talking about.
2,000 pieces of penny candy.
I'm trying to tell my testimony when I got $20 the first time.
Man.
You couldn't tell me I wasn't rich.
You got it planned for down on Thekla, you said?
Yeah. Bishop Ronald Irvin, I'll never forget, he gave me a birthday card and put $20 in there. When I tell you I love the Lord for the rest of my life.
You were how old?
I can't remember. I was a little kid, man, but I didn't forget that $20 though. Forgot how old I was, but I didn't forget that $20.
When I was in the 8th grade, I played for a Catholic church. It's now Transformation Church on Page. And
really?
There used to be a Catholic church called St. Anne's. I played for that church from 8th grade up until like maybe sophomore year in high school, something like that. Okay. And I made $20 a week for 3 years. Then they gave me a raise. And I got a raise to 25.
Let me get, my father was my first agent. He made sure my starting pay was 75.
Wow.
Yeah, he didn't play no games. No, we're gonna start at $75. 75.
I got paid $20 at BFAC for the first couple few years of me playing.
For real? That's what's up.
$20.
Hey, that's better than nothing.
So I had to take 2 jobs at that age just to bring home $40 a week.
Hey man, but you know what? You learn to appreciate those times, man. Like my father then when they started paying me at the church. You know, I appreciate those times. I was like, nah, you ain't got to do that because I know y'all trying to build something. But I ain't gonna lie, it was good. You started at 40. At least I started at 150. And I think at the tax is like 125.
But I was 40 at 2 churches.
Oh wait,
together.
I beat you.
Right. I was 20 at one, 20 at the other. Then all of us, me, David Hicks, my brother Carlos on bass, Terrion Gully on drums. All of us were getting paid $20 a piece at BFAC.
Wow.
That's $80 that they had to pay us Sunday. Then they had to come to us and have a meeting with us to say they couldn't afford to pay us no more.
Oh no, are you serious?
Yeah, we went about the next maybe almost a whole year or so without getting paid.
Man, it's a real place, man.
But we were there. We stayed.
Man, that's why I say you appreciate those times, man. I told my father, hey, get me off of that. Get me off of that. I know y'all trying to build something. Go ahead, do what you got to do. Cause like you said, I'm here. I got you back. That's how my father, he always wanted a musician because everybody he would ask would flake out. So, hey, why not teach them? You know, teach one of your sons. And I had a desire to learn. So every time, like this past last week, my father had to preach in Columbia. Got up that morning. Him, my mom was already up there. Got up that morning, drove up there, and man, when I tell you, my father dumped in like 15 minutes. Dude still got it, man. Just to sit there and watch him. First of all, I'm amazed because all of the healing that is taking place, he got his strength back and he's able to move around like he wants to now. Man, just see him go forward and then get up and shout and dance like several times. Like, that's the Patrick Lampkin that I remember. And so I salute my father. And happy belated Father's Day to all of you all. I know I said it last week, but any day is a good day to honor my father, my mother, anybody. You know what I'm saying? Because my father, he still got it. The oil, the anointing on his life, should I say, is, man, I'm telling you, it's still there. And I told him, I said, Pops, you still got it, man. You still got it. I'm talking about 15 minutes. Because they, when they actually said, you need 45 minutes, you need 20. He's like, no, I just need 15.
Wow.
And they was like, and so the funny thing is that overseer looked at me like, is he serious? I was like, you'll see. You'll see.
And you
like,
all were where?
Columbia, Missouri. Actually, Bishop Russell Freeman, they just had their SECO Holy Convocation. And he preached the noonday service.
Victory, Praise, and what's the name of the church? Something like that?
No, this is an Urban Empowerment Church.
Oh, it wasn't at his church?
No,
okay.
United Cathedral.
United Cathedral. I'm thinking about the choir. Victory is VPAG. Victory, Praise, and Glory or something like that. That's the name of his choir.
Who choir?
Bishop Russell Freeman's choir.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
VPAG is what they call them. VPAG, yeah. I think it's Victory.
That's like some kind of golfing tournament.
Victory, Praise, and
this nigga talking about golf, and we talking about church. 2 months ago golfing today. I don't know what he talking about, G.
And back to what we was talking about a minute ago, I definitely didn't tell you about BFAC cutting our pay and stuff to put their business out and to embarrass our church. It was to show our side about us as musicians. We didn't leave. We could have left. We was only getting $20 in the first place.
Absolutely, man.
Even you, when you were making what you were making. But what it does is it just builds a sense of loyalty. It builds character in you.
Absolutely.
You know, as a kid, we don't need $300 a week. No way. You know what? I didn't have to pay no rent.
Nah, I don't know.
It's only so much candy and juice I could buy every week. Potato chips.
One more time. He's serious about this penny candy. Dude straight over here added up how much penny candy he got. I'm weak over here.
2,000 pieces.
2,000 pieces. But no, it really helped. And I think if our younger musicians had what we had too, it'll make them appreciate when somebody can't pay them or whatever they give them. Like, that's all you're gonna give me, $20, $50.
Right.
Be mindful of the fact that while you worrying about how much they gave you, somebody in the audience could have more, and we're just looking and watching your character and how you presented yourself with the amount that you got. You know, so and hey, it happens all the time, man. And so, get you some loyalty, get you some character behind it, and I promise you, it goes a long way. And I think we're blessed today because of that loyalty. And matter of fact, I know we're blessed today because of that faithfulness and that loyalty to our Father's ministry. You know, and that means a whole lot. I'm telling y'all, if you learn how to stay planted, you can't help but grow.
Absolutely.
A tree grows when it stays planted. When I was driving over here today, I didn't see a tree by that gas station in Cahokia, move all the way over here off of Jerome Lane because they didn't like the sun or they didn't like it was too much rain over there. I ain't see no trees moving. I ain't see it. You know, stay put, stay planted until God is ready to exalt you. The Bible says, if you humble yourself upon the mighty hand of God in due time. That's possibility. I mean, that's actuality, should I say? You know what I'm saying? If you humble yourself under the mighty hand of God in due time, He will exalt you. He will. He being God. Y'all got the wrong he's in your life. Well, I'm waiting on them to call me back. No. I'm waiting on God to approve it. Because what God is put together, again, not a marriage scripture, no man can put asunder. Not one person. When it's your time, it's your time. We at the Meet to Music City, 8 acres. Nobody can take this away from them, except for the bank.
And the IRS.
Oh man! But listen, God will put that bank in a trance, and they'll get lost trying to come here. I never get a preacher told him that we got to move on. He prophesied and said. He said, woman of God, there's somebody that wants your husband, but I promise you, after church Sunday, they're going to get lost going home. I was like, okay. When I tell you, I was in the back of that seat laughing. I promise you, if I be a man of God, they're going to get lost going home after Sunday morning service. I was like, okay. That's what they said. I didn't say it. Because I'm still trying to figure out, did they get lost going home, though?
Marcus, call us and let us know.
Oh, no. Oh man, where are we?
At the song, Vincent Bohannon.
Oh yeah, come on, let's pull out, bring church choirs back. This is a good old churchy cut. I think I'm gonna teach this to Raymond. This is the Sound of Victory. Vincent Bohannon and Voices of what's it?
Voices of
Victory. No, is it Victory?
Sound of Victory.
Sound of Victory. That's the name of this group too.
SOV. Right? Yep.
Yeah, Sound of Victory. Singing Sound of Victory. That's the highest you're going to ever hear me sing. Oh, that's Vincent Bohanna and the Sound of Victory singing Sound of Victory. This I'm your radio host on the WBVV.
WBVV.
I don't know what that was. I just felt the radio anointing come right on my voice right there. You're listening live to the Mike Lampkin Morning Show. Oh, that's the Afterglow night.
Man.
Oh, yes. Now, Amber is not here, so the minute to vent it is this. Minute to vent it. Take a minute and vent it, and then leave it alone. That's my minute to vent it. Take a minute to vent it and leave it alone. I saw a meme today that said, if it's not going to mean anything in 5 years, don't spend 5 minutes worrying about it. That's it for you. That's it. And I tell you, when I tell you that little tidbit blessed me right there, wow. If it's not going to mean anything if it's not going to mean anything 5 years from now, don't spend 5 minutes with it. Wow. That's my minute to vent it. Leave it alone. If it's not gonna matter.
Give us an example, like something like what? Like what came to your mind?
How about I don't know. Let me see, because let me see. Let me think strategically about this thing here. Holy Ghost, Holy Spirit. No, okay, listen. Yeah, trying to defend yourself. If that's not going to matter like 5 years from now, then let it go. You know, my father always said, you ain't got to defend yourself.
What if you're trying to defend your character?
Yeah,
not physically.
No, not physically.
Just
you know what I'm saying?
your character, your reputation. Basically.
Reputation, trying to prove yourself. Don't do all that, because it's not gonna matter. Don't spend 5 minutes every time somebody say something about you. You spend I ain't mean it like no. Live it down. Because 5 years from now, it won't matter, because guess what? First of all, like I told him in Bible class Wednesday, it seems like it's one of those times where we live in a season now where people bank on finding a flaw about you so that they can say this is that. They did the same thing to Paul when after the shipwreck, that snake came out in bitter. They said, see, I told you. He may have got away from that shipwreck, but God wouldn't allow him to live. But the Bible says after they waited for so long and realized no harm came to him, you know what I'm saying? He was bit, but he wasn't affected. Poison, but not affected. If you study the venom, the viper, in some translations, vipers sometimes attack without venom because they are threatened. So it could be that he was just bitten and not even poisoned. But that's a whole nother sermon for a whole nother different day. But the Bible says after they saw that no harm came to him, then he shook it off into the fire and no harm came to him. Then they said he was a god. So why spend time defending yourself to people who's probably going to change their testimony anyway once they see what God is doing for you over the next 5 years? Man. Shoot. I've seen people I literally thought did not, like, hated my guts, but want to play, man, I enjoy it. Like, oh, good thing I didn't go off on you. But you know what I'm saying? Because, so, don't spend your time on stuff like that. Yeah. Even why spend 5 minutes, just blowing money when it's not going to matter. You know what I'm saying? Build your money. Do something productive. Take something, spend more time on stuff that's going to be more productive that you're going to see years from now, versus talking about people or like you said, trying to defend yourself or just doing a little petty stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just do something that's productive. Spend your time doing something that you know is going to matter years from now. If it ain't going to matter years from now, why even entertain it? Right. Entertain it. Friends, why some people that's in your circle, if they're not going to matter 5 years from now, cut it off now. The relationship that you in, if you know there's no future, then why are you spending all this time going popcorn and movies and wall and holding hand in hand and talking about, oh, this is it and this is bae, this is boo. But 5 years from now, you don't want to be with them. Let it go now.
That's deep.
Think I better let it go. Let it go, babe.
He said, let it go,
babe. But yeah, remember that. If it's not going to work, if it's not going to mean anything, if it's not going to amount to anything 5 years from now, they call it the 5. What do you say? 5 rule? whatever it is. But listen, if it ain't gonna mean anything 5 years from now, don't spend 5 minutes with it. Minutes to vent it. Take a minute and vent it.
That was good, Doc.
Get out of your system.
Oh man,
that's funny. That's funny though. Oh man. When we come back, we will have a In the Know. Please send all of your flyers that you want. I keep telling y'all, I'm not even trying to be rude to you all, G, but so that we can put it into our program. Please send all of your flyers. Some of y'all be sending me flyers. I'm like, I can't read it. You know what I'm saying, right now, because we got a whole set. 2 reads them off. You know what I'm saying. As he gets them, we put it into our radio program. You know, we got to do things in decency and in order. So while y'all throwing them out on the chat line, you know what I'm saying, if you send them earlier, now all announcements needs to be turned in Wednesday. All announcements, turn them in Wednesday, all right? This is a Baptist assembly. We turn all announcements in Wednesday so that we can be able to publish them publicly on Friday. See there? So we need it 72 hours in advance. So go and give it to us. Or you can send it Monday. You can send it too. How about you can send it Sunday evening?
Right.
Just don't send it Friday.
Right.
Because on Friday, on a hill, far away, stood an old rugged cross. I feel Dr. King. Yeah. That's Dr. King's favorite signature run. Here. That's Pops right there.
It is.
Somebody shouting, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, that's Dr. King all day. I don't care what you say.
That's him.
Turn to somebody and say, neighbor.
That's definitely him.
That's it. God. I'm telling you, do it. I'm telling you.
Somebody say, we're going to commercial. We'll be back right after this.
In the know.
Hi, this is Pastor Mark Grimes.
And Pastor Tina Grimes.
We are the proud hosts of the Fulfilling Faith broadcast and also the pastors of FaithWorks Fellowship Ministries located at 4436 Olive for the summer.
We invite you to listen to our broadcast, the Fulfilling Faith broadcast, Monday through Friday, 8:45 p.m. on station 95.1 FM or praise951.com.
Also join us this Sunday if you are available to worship with us at our summer location, 4436 Olive Street in the Central West End of St. Louis, Missouri. We look forward to meeting you. God bless.
What's up, y'all? It's Daphne Rice Bruce, and you are listening to the Mike Lampkin Morning Show.
It's the Mike Lampkin Morning Show.
Morning show. I love this show.
Morning show.
It's time for In the Know on the Mike Lampkin Morning Show.
Oh, yeah. On tonight, Worship Alive 2018 will be continuing at the City on the Hill Complex. Church, 6215 Church Road, Centerville, Illinois. That's right, pretty much around the corner for the most part, in the same vicinity of the Me Too Music City. Last night, Pastor Mike Lampkin preached a mighty word coming from John 4. It was great. Y'all should have been there. But it also ends on tomorrow, the 23rd. Classes start tonight at 6 p.m. Services begin at 7 p.m. It's free admission. Host pastor is Pastor Dante Samuels and First Lady Tanya Samuels. Overseer Bishop James L. Franklin and co-pastor Addie C. Franklin. All right. Also, on tonight, the Israel Experience God's Chosen album release concert happening tonight in the St. Louis area at Grace Church. That is this is getting harder to read the older I get. 2695 Creve Coeur Mill Road, Maryland Heights, Missouri, 63043. Doors open at 7 p.m. Concert begins at 8 p.m. Free admission and CDs are for purchase on site for $10. Also, on June 23rd, Saturday, that's what caps off the Worship Alive. Jimmy Franklin Music and the City on the Hill Ministry presents Jimmy Franklin, Isaiah Templeton, Darius Park, The Worship Encounter. Special guest Keon Holloway, Saturday, June 23rd, 2018 at 7:30 p.m. Doors open at 6:30. To buy tickets, which cost $10, admission is $10, you can visit eventbrite.com. And what is it?
I got a call from an old friend.
E/copy -of-the-worship-encounter.
Jesus. What is that?
That's pretty long. I can't even read it again.
I like dash that. Who is that?
The city. That's all at the City on the Hill complex.
Boy.
6215 Church Road, Centerville, Illinois. Also, Pastor Charles Burton and First Lady Renee Burton and the Unity Fellowship Church present Celebration of Praise concert Monday, June 25th. That's different to have a concert on a Monday night.
I like it.
Yeah, we used to do that back in the day in St. Louis, but that's good. I like that. Celebration of Praise. They knew if they did that, they weren't going to have to compete with anybody.
That's it.
That's what we need to be doing. Monday, Tuesday night, especially in the summer.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
Everybody off.
Yeah. Celebration of Praise concert Monday, June 25th, 2018, 7 p.m.
They're hot on Monday.
Pam and Dre and Jesse Prather and Committed to Christ invited guests to meet.
So sick of Jesse. And won't y'all commit yourself to getting off these flyers? Gosh. Dang, man. Once y'all sing at every event, God dog, give somebody else a chance, man. Y'all just straight stage hogs. Sick of y'all. Jesse, man, gosh. Nah, I'm messing with you today, man. Hey, I love my fam, for real.
Invited guests to meet Award, Ricky Meeks and 150.
He is weak over there.
Carroll, Oakwood. That was funny. That's one of the funniest things. I need that as a drop. Oakwood Church of God in Christ Choir, Bread of Life Praise Team, and Unity Fellowship Church Choir, 1301 West Delmar Avenue, Godfrey, Illinois, 62035.
Godfrey, Illinois. How far is that from here?
It's Alton. It's basically
okay.
Alton.
Okay. All right.
It's kind of like saying Ferguson, Hazelwood, you know.
I'm say Ferguson.
Godfrey, Illinois. Godfrey, Alton. Also,
dude, there's an eatery in Ferguson I got to get to. They got like different like, I don't know, they be doing like some crazy food.
You must really mean it because you said eatery
stuff,
so hard. You said there's
eatery. Because I couldn't think of the name of it right now.
Now,
man, shut up,
you were talking about sending flyers. Janet Love sent us this flyer. I'm not lying. 3 months ago, we finally get to start announcing it. I'm not even lying, man. I'm gonna go back to the original email. You'll see that joke. That joke came in like February, March. ML, and we finally get to announce it. MLM Ministries presents Kingdom Expansion.
She's serious.
Apostolic Revival. 2 power pack days. Be ye restored. Be ye resuscitated. Be ye restored. Be ye ready.
Thank you, Lord, for giving him the spirit of stuttering.
See you soon. The flyer say, see you soon.
Are you serious? Yeah. What's happening?
St. Louis Kingdom release. Sorry, Janet, but that's funny. St. Louis Kingdom release June 29th and the 30th, 7 p.m. nightly. Host Church Grace Fellowship Church host pastor Apostle Gregory Holly, 4276 Athlone. Yeah, Athlone Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri, 63115. Host revivalist Apostle Dr. Mary L. McMiller.
Okay.
From Tallahassee, Florida.
Tallahassee. See you soon.
Also, on June 29th, the same night, Isaiah Darris presents the 2018 Worship Experience featuring Ty Tribbett and Tasha Cobbs Leonard. Friday, June 29, 2018, 7 p.m. Doors open at 6 p.m. Friendly Temple Missionary Baptist Church on Martin Luther King with other guests. Aaron Fuller, which is St. Louis's, how do you say it? Homegrown St. Louis's son. Native, yeah. St. Louis native, Aaron Fuller. Charnel Jones, Mitchell Ford, Daphne Rice Bruce. Hosted by...
Listen, Charnel... She been another one.
She been on a lot of these flyers.
A lot of these flyers, man. Sit down. Man, you and Jesse, man, give us a chance to get on there.
Right.
Gosh. No, I'm proud of y'all, man.
Right.
Man, I saw at least 60 flyers with Chanel, and I'm like, that's it. I'm happy because it's her time, for real. Yeah. Go ahead on and make it happen. You make us proud. Represent us right, Chanel. Get it in.
Absolutely.
I saw your dad at KNG, too. Dude had like six belts on, and each one of them had a gun on it. I'm like, dude, who are you? Are you going hunting or something? You meant to shoot the people. How about I say that?
Now, remind me to go back to that conversation. The point you just brought up about it's her time.
Absolutely.
We need to talk about that on the air, especially to our audience.
Absolutely.
To purchase tickets, visit FTMBC office or www.friendlytemple.org. $40 for balcony.
It's sold out.
floor seating, $85 VIP. That's a good way to put that in the spirit. Also, MSL Anointed Hands. Also for that. No, for real, man. Speak that thing. I just got word a few minutes ago, that the Turn Up the Gospel, the Ultimate Worship Experience has been postponed with Eddie James, KCJ, and Leon Richardson. It was scheduled for June 30th at the Marion Cultural and Civic Center. but it's been postponed. So everybody know that it's been postponed. Turn up the gospel.
That means get your money back.
Also, it's featuring Refuge Temple, Elements of Praise, which is Larry Lee's sister's group. And
is my name on that flyer?
Nah.
That's why it's postponed.
I'm shocked Jesse and Charnel not on this flyer. But that's all we got for... That's all we got for June.
In the know on the Mike Lampkin Morning Show.
Oh, man.
So can we talk about what we was talking about for
Oh,
a second?
yeah, absolutely, man.
You said it's her minute. And one thing I think...
I said it's her minute.
You said it's her time. That's what you said.
I was like, this dude.
I was reading where it say minute to minute. I was reading that, so minute came out.
Dang, what is wrong with you today? Where your water?
I know. But, you know, man, I think it's very important for St. Louis to know. Like right now, yes, it is Charnel's time. Charnel has
Yes,
been,
it is.
She's getting a lot of...
And I'm here for it.
Absolutely. She's getting a lot of attention these days. People like what they see, so they're inviting her to more programs.
Can you say
events.
that one more time, please? Please.
No,
I'm serious.
That's my point.
Please say
People
that again.
like what
no,
they
for
see.
real. Thank you. Thank you.
But I have a but to that. Here's the but to that. The but is, as artists, as singers, as ministers, as song leaders, we have a responsibility to remain in a place where the people continue to like what they see.
Now say that again.
Yeah, and this is not to anybody directly.
This is the priest lamp right here.
I just had that thought. The whole thing is if you want to stay in that light, let's look at think about this, y'all, for a minute. It's like once you get your what the world calls your 15 minutes of fame. You know, I hate to say that, but that's what it is.
No, man.
Once you get that 15 minutes, something in us makes us think and feel we're gonna be here forever.
Right.
But if you look and if you notice, there are really only a handful of people in the St. Louis area who have been on flyers pretty consistently throughout.
Absolutely.
For more than a year, for more than 2 years.
Yeah.
Most of the time you get a season, like a summer.
Right.
I'm saying a physical season and a
Right.
spiritual season.
Right.
You just get that season, a summer, a winter, or whatever, where you're on all these flyers, but you have to remain humble. You have to stay in a place where people continue to like what they see and continue to invite you back. It's funny how fast we can get beside ourselves.
We
start acting different.
Real quick.
We start coming in with entourages.
Oh my God.
We start fussing at the people over praise, quote unquote, praise and worship. And when we come to sing, and our prices go up, and you know, it's still a kind of a business in there, depending on what part you're doing. Yeah. But at the same time,
but your prices must go up as it has to be equivalent to accomplishments.
You talking about? You said the price is about to go up.
Because I was trying to, it has to be equivalent to, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, two is a producer. So first of all, if this is first week as being a producer, surely you're not going to charge me $1,000 a song.
Right.
No. Where are your accomplishments at? What have you done to deserve that? So I think that comes along with like experience, just like any job. Your salary will be based on your experience and your degrees and your accomplishments. Otherwise, they can do whatever they want to do. You take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? You do what you need to do so you can do what you want to do. You're not in demand, so you can't make any demands. So go along with the flow. You said several things that I definitely have to comment on. And the one thing I'm going to say is I got a call, and I'm not going to talk much about it until later on, but one of the best things that I can ever receive in a phone call if somebody say, I like how you carry yourself. When you see that, that's what two is talking about, ladies and gentlemen. When people can see your character off stage.
Yep.
And then somebody said your social media has character. Now, how many people go around saying that about your social media? Social media has
trip off of this. Nah, you just brought up a great point.
Yeah.
Think about this for a minute. Everybody who you see on flyers.
Look at your facial expression.
No, because you said something that was so
like,
revealing, man. I didn't want to interrupt. That's why I was like, I was waiting on my chance. I was
saying, you was in my seat and watch how you did it. That was so funny, man. But no, that's true.
If you look at the people who have had longevity, the majority of them, you don't really see them making social media posts for real.
Nope.
And I think one reason people like them is because people really don't know. You know, sometimes social media allows people to know us a little too much.
Too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
A little too much.
So that's one of the best things. The best things, my best compliments, if I can boast for a minute, is you smell good. Hey, I don't care what y'all say. That means a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you got to smell good out here. You know what I'm saying? You smell good. I like how you handle yourself. Who are you? Like we don't know nothing about you in the streets, and that means a lot. You know what I'm saying? That goes a long way.
Especially as an
like
organist. Because the worst thing you could do is get on the organ behind another organist, and all you smell is.
I'm telling you, I got up behind.
You've been
Man, it's only us. You can't mute me only too many times.
Yes, I can.
But no, for real. Hey, listen, it's too hot. Listen, dude, what church was I at? And dude, when I tell you a big, huge spirit of must, I was like, what? I almost feel like that guy.
Off the organ, I ain't talking about just must. You know, you ain't never smelled it. Get on the organ after somebody.
No.
It smells like.
I've been there. I had the Lysol the bench. I was like, what's happening here? Did you boo boo?
People do not know what we go through. See, drummers carry their own drumsticks. Bass players carry their own basses. Yeah. Guitarists carry their own guitars. But keyboardists and organists, we have to play the same organ and instrument that everybody else does. We got to sit on the same bench. And man, dude, that's why we end up sick. That's why we end up with colds.
It's true.
Because we have to share instruments when people either they put their finger in their mouth or they dig in their nose. Don't wash their hands.
When did we get to the place?
Bottoms be stanky, man.
I'm talking about does smell like pickle juice and mouth water. Just trifling. I'm talking about the whole body is trash.
With a pinch of boo-boo.
But right. Talking about socks brown. But when do we get to the place, dude? Some organists had to be so dirty, dude. I literally had to take some paper towels. And, like, the keys, you know, everybody knows the keys are what? Ivory, off-white, whatever you want to call them. Cream. Dude, these were, like, gray.
That's bad.
So they had to take some paper towels and literally scrub the dirt off of the organ. Cause I'm like, I'm not touching this organ. I'm talking about it was how all the keys black almost. I was like, oh, I said, did y'all paint the organ? Like, nah. I was like, oh no, that's somebody's fingers was that dirty, and I'm like, dude, the crud. I'm like, oh god, listen. Y'all got a heart.
Do it at Beef
I learned how to play a heart.
When they
that's right.
People
what are y'all doing?
Rent for like funerals and stuff. As a matter of fact, if you ever at BFAC and you sit on the organ and see the keys dirty, look in the bench. They're alcohol pads.
Listen,
because I keep them in there.
That's it, man. And it shouldn't be like that. So all of that goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? Showing up on time, sitting there. You're sitting in the artist, but you're actually getting with other artists. That's a major plus.
How do you feel about going to a church and you sit on the organ bench and they got one of those pads on the bench? Do you sit on it or do you move it?
I move them.
I move them. I can't sit on them, man.
I don't feel like.
People don't know what we had to go through as organists, man.
I'll leave that alone.
That's a huge struggle.
I'm good.
Y'all hear this man sick right now?
I'm not. Those pads
you
are
not
just,
sick?
No, I'm not sick.
Well, what
man.
you got?
I don't know. Maybe my nose is just doing something crazy today, but no, I'm good though. I promise you.
Wow.
I'm healed. I'm healed by the wound in this side. Hey, glory. Man, how you gonna try to throw sickness on me? You sick? In Jesus'
you talking
name.
like this? Yeah, man. I go to the argument.
So what if I sound like Jesse Prather today? So what? Who cares? That's his normal tone.
We haven't had this in a long time.
But nah, I'm telling you that I like how Chanel carries herself. I've never seen her play in church. I've never seen her doing anything crazy. I've never seen her. I've rarely seen her social media, but I don't see her post anything crazy and nothing like that, you know. And I think the crowd that she hangs out with, I think, you know, if there is a crowd, you know, they're there as support only. You know what I'm saying? I know that's a sisterhood that she's a part of, and they're there supporting her, and that it's just good to have good backing. You know what I'm saying? I know her parents are down to earth. Her mom can sing. Her father is great. You know what I'm saying? So, and that has a whole lot to do with it. You have good background, home training.
She's gonna have a
so
crown.
I'm coming back home. So I don't know where that came from.
Homecoming queen of St. Louis, Chanel Jones.
Right. You know what I'm saying? She's so good. Jimmy trying to get her, but I'm like, nah, man. We gonna get you saved first.
Get Jimmy saved first.
Jimmy, we gotta get you saved, G. We gotta get you saved, G. I know you're in love with her, but we gotta get you saved
The views
first.
expressed in this program are not necessarily the views of
You know
Mutual
what I'm saying? And so, I mean, even with that, it's still integrity. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate the God in her. Let me tell you something. I so enjoyed that concert that it was me, Megan Williams. First. Oh, absolutely.
Father, when I get all the applause.
Absolutely. Play it one more time. I want people to understand what I'm talking about. Like I said.
Father, when I get all the applause.
Like I said, it was me. No, but Megan Williams, McNeil, Charnel Jones, and Mike Lampkin. And I tell you,
he put himself first. You the Alpha and Omega.
Oh, absolutely.
You put yourself first and last. Wow.
Absolutely. I told y'all, it's God, Jesus Christ, then Mike Lampkin, then the rest of y'all. Listen. Just a little lower than an angel. He was talking about me. But no, man. When I tell you that was such a great concert, and Charnel kicked that thing off right. I'm talking about it was wonderful, and I really enjoyed. There was no competition. You know what I'm saying? Nobody had to say that. You know what I'm saying? The only person that was in competition was Divine. That was him. He was in competition with himself.
The views expressed in this
That's my brother. I can talk about him on the radio. He knows I gives all jokes, and he ain't gonna call me and be crying. If he do, I'm gonna blast him again. So nah. So for y'all start sending hate mail, that's my brother. And what I say on this radio, I can call him right now and tell him right over the phone. And when I see him, I can tell him. So y'all set on your saddle. But no, man, it was a great concert. And so for me to see her on all of these various flyers, man, you all soak this up. I'm telling you. And love on her. Don't tear her down, because guess what? Somebody may come and swoop her out of St. Louis. I'm telling you, because, hey, she has it. And I told her, I said, you keep up the good work. You know what I'm saying? Just keep doing what you're doing. Whatever you're doing right now that's gotten you to this place, keep that same thing. Because like Tu said, sometimes we'll start good. And like Paul said, you did run well, but who hindered you that you should not obey the truth? Because in this season, I'm gonna leave it right there. I ain't gonna go into that. People are changing their minds, but I'm gonna leave that right there. I'm gonna leave that right there. I'm gonna let y'all finish dragging people, because I don't drag people. But in this season, this is why your theology of Christ can't be mixed with culture. Because some people are culture driven, so they move with what the culture is doing. But when you have a concrete foundation of who God is, my whole back, wait a minute. I feel power on that. Wait a minute. When you know who God is, seriously, you don't change your testimony because you've seen him work. You spent time with him. You know who he is, and you know what he can do. You know what he will not do. Anybody gonna convince you otherwise? It don't matter how many new gospel come out, what people is changing now and saying this and that. When you know God for yourself, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. You're not persuaded by every wind of doctrine. That's it. And so my hat, I don't mind taking the extra time on my radio show to salute people like Jesse Prather, who stays relevant. People like Charnel Jones stay relevant. Lloyd Nix, who's getting ready to, is that tomorrow? Tomorrow night? Tonight. I'm sorry. This Friday. I'm thinking about Saturday. Who's getting ready to do? And you know what? I have to apologize to the Holy Ghost. And I'm still going to do a cash app, because that night for the mix up. But you know how you listen to God, but you don't want to be like, I don't want people to think I'm trying to be extra. That's me. You know what I'm saying? That night I was like, I felt like all of us in there should have sowed a seed into Lloyd Nix. And then now the reason why I said that is, and I said, no, Lord, because I'm already, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, this ain't mine. I'm just here to MC. Because I felt, God, I'm like, I need to sow a seed into his life. And then after that, he made those posts about he got chosen. And he was asking people to sow seeds. I'm like, okay, God, I'm sorry. So, but it still got done. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not one of them people who like always want to, God said, I like always like, okay, God, I want to make sure that it's you. You know what I'm saying? So, Lord, you can expect definitely me. I want to sow a seed into your life, my brother. And congratulations on having a live recording tonight along with other artists. That is a blessing with Bishop Marvin Sapp and what's his name?
Curtis Lindsay,
who is a phenomenal guy, phenomenal musician. So yeah, man, come on, let's make it happen.
Absolutely.
Keep your integrity. You want to stay relevant. Stay in God's face. Like I told them, I asked my spiritual father when I first started pastoring at 23. There go my magazine right there. That's what God blessed me with. 23 years old. And I said, man, how did you pastor this church for so long? He said, son, you want to pastor the church? Follow him. I said, that's it? He said, that's it. He said, everything that you need to know, God will show you if you just follow him. That's it. That's the best advice I could have ever had from my spiritual father. How do you do it? What's the pointers? He said, your pointers is this. Follow him. What else you got to say after that?
Right.
Follow him. That's it. Lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways, all. We get out there, all your ways. Even when it's like I'm getting ready to rebuke somebody. Did you consult with God first? Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. Where we at?
Where you are preaching?
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna stay there. So yeah, and then we'll close out. Somebody will stay there because that segue into what I wanted to talk about. I've been dealing with Jesus and wisdom. Darius Daniels, please go get that book. Represent Jesus or represent? No, it's Represent Jesus. Just talking about how some of us say we're Christians, but we're not Christ-like. And so it's a very good book. And I've been for the last 2 weeks or so dealing with Jesus and wisdom. Matthew chapter 10, verse 16 through 23. And I didn't even get a chance to get to all of my points Wednesday night in Bible class, but I promise you it was so good. Jesus is getting ready to send the disciples out. And the first thing about wisdom, ladies and gentlemen, and this is going to help a lot of us, a lot of pastors, a lot of preachers, a lot of singers. Because a lot of time, too, we get upset like, I'm tired of this and that. But you got to remember, wisdom says who called you, who commissioned you. We got to remember who called us. Mm-hmm. So whether they pay you or not, whether they like your ministry or not, who called you? My mother always said, who you doing this for? And that's the question I want to pose to you all today. If you are a singer or a musician and you know that there's a calling on your life and God has called you to this assignment, who you doing it for then? Because whether they say amen or not, you still got to work your assignment. Whether they agree with you or not, you still got to have your assignment. How do you know, Pastor? Because the Bible said that Jesus said, I'm sending you out like sheep before wolves. Usually sheep have shepherd. But what Jesus is teaching them, what he's doing is, before I send you out, let me talk to you first so that even though I may not physically be there, you can have my spiritual impartation. And that's where we mess up at. We go, but we go without his instructions. We go without his impartation. Wisdom says, I'm not going on the road alone. I need his wisdom. I need his guidance. I need his direction. That way, when I stand before a church that looks like sheep, but they're really wolves. Because here it is. Jesus said, I'm sending you out sheep before wolves, which means you can count on being persecuted. You can count on being attacked. You can count on somebody going against what you're preaching and teaching. You can count on somebody fighting you on every piece of belief that you have. So there's no need to say, man, I'm tired of going through. The devil's attacking me. That comes with the territory. That comes with you being called. That comes with you being anointed. He already told them, you're going out. Don't get so happy about, I get to travel. Please understand that with traveling comes affliction, comes attacks. With you making a CD, with you being on stage, with you want to have a debut concert, you want to start a choir, you want to start a church, what you want to start is persecution. I guess people don't look at it like that. Now, I'm doing a great work. What you're getting ready to have is great affliction. Because you can't have ministry without affliction. So he said, I'm sending you out as sheep before wolves. But here's the first counsel. This is my second point. My first point was, know who called you. Because once you realize who called you, that lessens your stress level. And again, if it's not going to matter in 5 years, don't spend 5 minutes on it. People are going to talk. People are not going to like your singing. They're not going to like how you deliver your word. You may not be a closer. You may not. You may not do it. You may be a great teacher. Be confident in who called you. They didn't call you because guess what? When you get caught up in them calling you, when they stop calling you, then you stop being called. So your gift should not matter according to the people's opinion. That's how Saul got out of his position. Because when the people stopped singing his praises, he got jealous and wanted to kill somebody else because they weren't talking about him anymore. So who called you? Because when you realize who called you, it doesn't matter who don't call you. Ooh, if this was Sunday morning, I think I would have hollered right there. This is good stuff right here.
Write this down.
Who called you, ladies and gentlemen? They don't like me. So what? Who called you? Glory to God. I done got happy for real. Who called you? Nobody likes me. It don't matter if they don't like you. Who called you? I remember when God called me. I was 6 years old. I was putting up clothes, and I heard him distinctly say, preach my word. I don't need y'all to amen that. I know what God has called me to do. And 10 plus years later, I'm still preaching the gospel. Because you know why? He called me. I can't quit because I'm on an assignment. He called me. And I got to do it. I don't always feel like doing it, but I got to realize he called me. When I want to quit pastoring because the people ain't giving and they ain't doing what they're supposed to do, I had to remind myself, who you pastoring for? I give pastor according to my own heart. Who you doing this? Who assigned you this seat? It wasn't no ordination, sir. It wasn't no bishops there, no apostles there to sign a document to make you validate. I validated you. Who called you? My next point, because I can stay there all day. I want y'all to listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Please go back and remember why you doing, who you doing this for and why you doing this. God called you. Doesn't matter how many times you screwed up, how bad your past was. God always gives an invitation to those who are not who are less than perfect. He said, you may not think you're perfect, but guess what? I have need of you. I called you, and I have ordained you before the foundations of the world. That's why he told Jeremiah, be not afraid of their faces. Don't worry about them. I called you. So he told the disciples, you're going out as sheep before wolves. Here's my word, and then I'm gonna hang my hat right here. I need you to be wise as a serpent, but harmless as a dove. What? You want me to take a snake's mentality and a dove's mentality? Yep, that's exactly what I want you to do. Go to Genesis. Look how wise that serpent was, because obviously Adam and Eve, the serpent had to have been watching Eve. Because how did he first approach her? He approached her through conversation. And she entertained him because guess what? Maybe she was lacking in communication. And then he tells her, well, God don't want you to have eat of this tree because you're going to be like him. So she was lacking confidence. Oh, my God. He said, I knew God was holding something from me. I'm paraphrasing. I knew God was holding something from us, because when you are not confident, you'll keep searching for something that you've already had. So he confused her with the thing of seduction, taking something that was lacking. Now, take that same analogy and turn it around. We as saints of God have to look at what's lacking in the people of God and use that to compel them to become better. Be wise as a serpent. Let's dig deeper into this. What is wise as a serpent? First of all, snakes move silently. Some of us, we talk too much. Like, I'm going to do this. What are you doing? I'm working on what? Stuff. You'll see it when I get done. Stop talking too much. You're talking too much. Like, I'm finna build me a new church. Okay, what right. Everybody's not going to have a Joseph's, because everybody said, don't tell your dreams to people. Well, in Joseph's case, he had to, because it was because of their hateration that caused him to get to his dream. But I know people don't look at it like that. Okay, whatever. But that may not necessarily be your testimony, because sometimes you can talk to somebody who has the influence to stop your vision. So you need to be like a snake, a serpent, however you want to call it. Move in silence, but not just in silence, but move in intelligence. When a serpent moves, he doesn't move until he has all of the facts. He has all of the evidence. He's not just moving in quietness, but he's moving in intellectual. He's moving in intelligence. Every move is intelligent. In this season, we cannot afford to keep moving stupid, ignorant. Well, I'm just going to jump out there. No. You launch out into the deep, but guess what? Please understand that Peter did not launch out into the deep until Jesus said so. Now, don't forget about that. You can't launch if he hasn't said anything, because God will never tell you to launch somewhere and it won't be there. Now, that's Bible. When he told him to launch out to the deep, when he did it, he caught a harvest. But because at first he didn't even want to do it. He only did it out of, all right, nevertheless, at your word. It wasn't, nevertheless, Lord, at your word, I love you. No, he said, all right, God, we tall, but you know what, since you said so, I'm going to do it. So his attitude changed. That's why Peter turned around and repented, because he knew his attitude was not right when God first spoke to him. So, be wise as a serpent. All of my moves are going to be quiet, and they're going to be smart. Smart moves. If I make smart moves, I will make strategic moves that will set me up for the rest of my life. You don't have the distinct pleasure of keep striking and being ineffective. That's a problem. That is a huge problem, because you're doing too much moving and you're not making any waves. It's ineffective. Stay where you are. Snakes, if they sense danger, they're not moving. And I want to tell somebody, stop allowing people to rush you into rushing. I'll say it again. Stop allowing people to rush you into rushing. If you can't respect my time frame, if I sense something ain't right, I'm not moving. That's what snakes do. If there's something not right, they're going to stay in that same place that they are until it's safe to move. And so if people can understand that, I'm in a safe place right now. Why move from a safe place? Because you all want me to move. I've seen so many pastors, my heart go out for them. Man, back in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, man, there was a bunch of churches just getting big churches because everybody's trying to compete against one another. And now half of them churches have foreclosed. Because you know why? They were up under the pressure of proving who had the biggest church, but couldn't afford the budget. Yeah, you moving for people. And that's not a smart move. Better to be overcrowded than to be undercrowded. I mean, hey, it is what it is. Use what you got. That don't take away from you. Mega ministry is not about how many ministries, how many people you got at your church. Mega ministry is about the work that you're doing. If it's people's lives changing, that's what's mega. Then, let me move, because I can stay there too. So be wise as a serpent. Lastly, be harmless as a dove. Here it is. Being harmless as a dove means I do no damage. Write it down, take a picture, whatever you got to do. I cause no damage. Truth given out of season can still be destructive. It's not that what you're saying is wrong, but you gave it too soon. So it causes people to be destructive. There's a way that God is going to give you to go to somebody and tell them you need to stop being, promiscuous. But if you tell them too soon, you're going to do more harm than good. And you ain't going to do nothing but allow them to become more attractive to that which they're doing. But God, this is why when it shows, God, I know you tell them, you give me a word for them. So what you need to do is say, God, set up the time and place so that when the atmosphere is right, then you can let them have it. But you can cause no damage. I think that's one of the things in black church that we haven't mastered. Is not that we're not that we're incorrect, but we don't know how to correct without damaging. And so Jesus says, just because there are wolves doesn't give you the right to damage them because they're wolves. Just because they're bad people don't give you the right to dog them because they're bad people. Because they came against you doesn't mean you come against them the same way they came against you. That's not what we do as Christians, as saints of God. That's not what we do. Now, all of this is easier said than done, and I guess that's why that's the sacrifice of it. Because when people come against your house, you want to retaliate, but you can't retaliate like they have retaliated against you. You have to be wise as a serpent, know when to strike, but also when you strike, make sure that you just interrupt that whole generation, and then go home and talk to them, that was the Lord's doing. Why you think God stopped Paul, whose name was Saul, in his tracks? Because he was persecuting God's people, but thought God was getting the glory from it. No. That's not how I roll, sir. That's why he said, why are you persecuting my people? What are you doing? This is not how we do things. And so just because you bashing people, that's not a righteous preacher. You need to be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. That's Jesus and wisdom locked all in one. He sends you out. Remember who called you. And also remember this. I need to be wise as a serpent. Even your song selection, ladies and gentlemen. Scan your audience. If it's not one of those, what's the word? If it's not a track audience, go seek out a musician that night and say, hey, can you help me tonight? Because I don't feel like this is a track audience singing night. I feel like this is a hymn night. I need to go back to "'Tis So Sweet." I need to go back and pull some old songs. Because you know why? I feel God pulling me in another direction. The sermon you want to preach, seek God about it. God, is this the right sermon for this time? Because I don't want to preach this. It's not that your word is untrue. It's just the fact that maybe I'm preaching this too soon or too fast. Be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. That's my word for today. Sorry I went a little long, but listen, I just wanted to help somebody today. May the Lord bless you. And we're done. Where we at?
Last song.
Oh, last song. Anything you got to say?
I got to say off air. Say what I got to say.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, God bless you. What song is this?
Either the Kimber Rail or the Corey Mickey.
Let's do Kimberell. That's what we want. We want the Holy Ghost to fall upon us. Fall on us, get in us, stay with us. The indwelling presence of God, the Paraclete, the Comforter, everything that will lead us into all truth. That's what it is. It doesn't just make you speak in tongues. It leads you into all truth. That's the real Holy Ghost right there. Kimberell, we leaving with that. I love every last one of you all. I want you to know that I love you. Let's do it right. Let's do it right this year. Let's get us right, and then all the other things will be added to us. All right. God bless you. Love you all so much.
Come on, sing it real.
Mike Lampkin Morning Show.
Michael Lampkin Morning Show.